Caribou are incredibly resilient animals. They live in some of the harshest climates in the world. But they're different than moose. Moose are solitary. But caribou, they travel as part of a herd, traveling hundreds of miles across great distances, totally inhospitable terrain. And they would never make it on their own. They find their strength in their community. Hi, my name's Jim. My wife and I served in Southwest Alaska as missionaries, which sent north for 7 years. We grew up in the Midwest. We met at Moody Bible Institute, and we knew God was calling us towards missions, but we didn't know where or how or what it might look like. We saw a video about a missionary family in a village in the far north, and we thought, man, the spiritual needs in these remote communities is incredible. But then as we looked at it, we're like, man, somebody should go there, but there's no way it could be us. We heard a missionary with a different organization speaking at our school, and I resonated with this man's heart for discipleship. But the thing that was unique and that was different is he wasn't calling us to come to some village on our own, to do things on our own and live a success or fail on our own. Instead, he was calling us to be part of a team. And so we went to a community out in southwestern Alaska where we got to partner with another ministry family and other local churches to reach not only the youth in that community and the adults and children in that community, but also the smaller villages beyond that hub village. It was being invited to be part of this team, this kind of caribou herd, if you will, that really gave us hope, that gave us strength, that enabled us to survive. Living in Alaska and northern Canada is no joke. It is an incredibly beautiful place with incredible people, but it is also hard, rugged, dangerous. In many of these villages, there is no church, no youth group. There's no place for a young person who has heard the message of Christ to be able to grow in their relationship with Him. Most of these communities you cannot drive to, you fly to. You usually have to take 2 airplanes to get to these small outlying villages. But in the midst of these small scattered villages, there's these regional hub villages where there usually is 1 or 2 established churches. It's usually a logistical hub for flights. There's 1 or 2 stores, maybe a restaurant. Send North is engaged in a new strategic initiative that we're calling Project Caribou. What we're doing is we're developing teams in regional hubs across the north. So we're partnering with local churches who are there for the long term, and then shepherding in one by one individuals and couples who want to gain experience in ministry in the north, coming for 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, a year, getting involved in local ministry in that hub, and then using that as a base of operations to reach out to the villages in the region. Our heartbeat is to see these remote outlying villages where there is no church, there is no youth group, there is no kids club. We want to see the name of Jesus proclaimed in these communities. We want to see people encounter Christ in such an amazing way that their lives are radically transformed. We want to see people discipled. We want to see disciples of Jesus gathered together into communities, into churches. We want to see churches planted, disciples made. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know everything about the culture yet. You don't have to be able to run a church or run a Bible study all on your own. It's a place to learn and grow and to be part of a loving community that's going to care for one another and support one another. When the days are hard, remind them that Christ is worthy, that Christ is still in control even when things seem bleak. So what about you? Would you be interested in being a part of one of these teams? I believe God is calling young men and women, middle-aged men and women, old men and women, singles, couples, professionals, vocational ministry-minded people to come and be part of our team. We need people like you. You can make a difference. Will you join us?